Okay, so this account's clean. So far, a decent day on this account here. These are the trades that I released to you guys, 1.8K in profit so far, which is roughly about 16% on this account. So that's for the London session. We'll continue trading the London session here. I'm expecting NASDAQ to possibly continue higher, to be honest with you. I see lots of good indications on gold continuing up. So that's going to be the first one I'm going to be executing live with you guys. And I'm just going to go with 1.3 lots. We are out of the fibs, but I'm going to put myself a wider take profit and stop loss. Okay, so I'm expecting upside. I'm expecting the dollar to be weaker as well as an overall for now. Just give me a sec. I just need to block my Skype from getting notifications. Okay. Un momento. How is everyone's day so far?
Yep, good.
Looking good so far.
Yeah, it's going to be an important one. Now, I'm not going to be shooting out alerts because this is going to get busy now. The markets are going to start getting active. So what you see on the screen is what I'm going to be taking. I'm not going to be using TradingView whatsoever right now. As you guys can see, Euro USD dipped real hard a couple of minutes ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes ago, but still is in a potential bullish play on its 30-minute. It's extremely oversold. We have 30 minutes to this news, and I would expect the market to be getting pretty crazy prior to the event. We do have only the European markets open so far. America's coming into pre-market pretty soon, actually right at the news release. So pre-market begins for them then. I missed this to release it. I did take it on my MT4. I'm muted. Seriously, I muted myself. Okay. I was like, the host wants you to get unmuted. And I'm like, what? I've been talking this whole time?
No, no, we got the majority.
Okay. So like I said, I'm not going to be releasing any alerts by clicks. I am going to be trading on the go, and what you guys see is what you get. I will tell you the TPs and SLs in numbers. I took gold long. It's a very risky one because I'm out of the fibs, but I'm expecting the market to increase with momentum soon. I'm only going to be focusing on the popular markets. And we're going to be looking for precision entries, and I do expect the market to get pretty wild soon. So I would say that we should see a whipsaw up and down, and any up moves should be taken out very quickly. And then when prior to the news, a minute or two before the news, we are going to be executing fresh trades. So I'm going to get out of gold, for example. I'm going to get out of a few trades, maybe before the market, the news comes out. It's going to be an important one. But like I said, let me just show you here. So, okay, so we got a CPI data. This measures inflation, and it's going to be pretty important to the market, but it's not going to be as important as this over here, 10-year note auction. To be honest with you guys, this is exactly what has been making the market hysterical in the last few weeks, because it has become, even in a rare case, something that we don't see all the time. So in a blue moon event, the 10-year auctions have become more profitable and safer for the big guns, banks and so forth to invest in than even S&P, gold, crypto, or whatever else, because they're so safe, and the requirement for them has dropped significantly. A lot of money has been going into that, and they have destabilized the markets. So 6 p.m. your time, UK time, this is going to be a killer. But before that, 26 minutes from now, we have a crazy event, which is rather important. Just a moment, setting up a trailing stop loss on one of my trades. All in all, I don't have a watch list set. We're going to do this session, and then I'm going to start preparing myself for the New York session. I'm going to go back to my trading C-Trader, and like I said, I'm going to be looking to get out of this possibly now. Yep, enough. Just a quick little scalp, and I'm going to start preparing my charts for entries in approximately 25 minutes because I do believe the market will be moving a lot. Let's check indices, lower highs here so far. So just want to teach you how price action works. The market made the top over here, made the bottom over here, made a lower high over there, and a lower high, and a lower high over here. So in essence, this could be moving down, but at news events, those rules and laws kind of fade out. But based on this here, I think I should be selling NASDAQ. And I am going to take a short on it of 12 lots. And I'm going to set my SL, as you guys can see, right above this level over here. Now I'm going to just target the basic target towards the downside here, a potential double bottom. The risk reward is not insane. So 1.5 to 3.8. So basically a 2-to-1, which is exactly what we want to see. But this is a pre-news trade. The market rarely trends in one direction and then continues in that same direction after the news. So I think it's really important to take any profit before the news comes out. Sorry, I'm just closing some trades on my MT4. Okay. So there is going to be movement and we're going to make sure to grab it. So actually, I'm going to take this up here. And now we're going to prepare an alternative scenario. So we're shorting this. And then we're going to look to possibly long it, but I'm going to go double exposure, and I'm going to look to get into that market at this area here, because if we focus on the left chart here, this range over here, that lines up more or less with 38.2. The market went down and then up, gave us the structure of a potential bullish reversal. Now, because the news is coming out and we made a lower high, I decided to take a short on this. But make no mistake, I will be looking to go long after the news or a little bit prior to the news, because I would believe that this could trend down. The market could start getting a little spooked based on what's coming out soon. And I would expect it to push up and possibly even give us the first indication of a small head and shoulders, reversed head and shoulders. So I'm short NASDAQ for now. I would love to short other assets as well. But as you guys can see here, Euro USD is indicating a very solid long opportunity already with, yeah, already missed it, unfortunately. There it is, 38.2. So pay attention to the price action. We made a low, we made a high, and that gave us the structure here. And that structure there, that looks horrible. That structure here came right to 38.2. And coming to 38.2 was our initial indication of a long. Now, we're going to wait for this a little bit more. We have plenty of time till the news. As you guys can see, we're already running a profit over here. So I'm going to possibly take it. Yep, I took it. I'm out. And now I'm going to wait for a potential entry for long. I'll let the market play out. We're going to look only at two assets because the market will start getting busy. And because of its busyness, it's going to provide us opportunities. We need to find the right opportunities and take those correct opportunities or act on them at the right time. Now, since we came to 38.2, this is a valid signal. Now I'm going 24 lots long. I am going to go this way and I'm going to set my SL right there. So I'm risking 600 of the 2,000 I made so far today. Very hefty risk, a very early entry as well, but I think that, well, the signal is giving me the indication. So I'm going to go all the way to a new high and go to 210%. I would expect a whipsaw over here. I would expect a whipsaw, and I will wait on my other accounts a little bit longer before I start taking action. Oops, shit, 1 second. This is why I hate using multiple time platforms. Now, the most important asset we need to check before the news would be the DXY. The DXY is going to tell us what the dollar could be doing. As you guys can see over here, the dollar has come down. High, high, higher low, higher low. It's going down. So I'm happy to be long on GBP USD on one of my accounts from before here. But we need to find a potential entry for us right now. Scheiße, we missed this. See, it comes down to literally seconds in this kind of markets, seconds. We could take USD CAD and actually, yeah, let's do that. We're still in the range of the fibs, more or less. I'm going to go with 3.3 lots short, and I'm going to set my SL right above here. So just a tight one. You see, this is 10.3 pips. This is very tight and controlled trading. USD CAD has come off a resistance up here. We seem to be making rejections of here. And if you guys pointed there, boom, rejection. So I think it's a good shorting opportunity. I might re-enter if I get stopped out and price action starts rejecting this level. So always keep that in mind. The way to set a take profit here would be 1, 2, 3. I will drag it down. I'll see where it lines up. Nope, nothing special. Continue down. Looking a bit better. But here, we're literally at the support over here. This, see, 61.8. It's not the best risk reward. I'm risking 10 pips for 18. It's almost a 2-to-1. But because I believe this market could be going down, and if I open you the 4-hour chart, there is a range over here, and you can see that the bottom of the range could continue even further. So if I come here, there is still more room, and then my final move will be to 270, which is a decent risk reward. I've taken a short on USD CAD. Could be wrong, I could be wrong because of the short-term play, but I'm playing the base structure. Trading the news is always good and fun, but you really got to keep your eyes sharp and your attention controlled on exactly what is happening in the markets. We don't want to be the hero and try to predict reversals and stuff like that, but I do want to try and risk some of the profits that were made today to perhaps make an even bigger profit. So give me a sec. I've just entered USD NASDAQ long again on my other account, and my take profit is 12,924. Just need to fix that. Done. Cool. Still a lot of time, so we don't have to rush. We can now relax a little bit. We've entered 2 trades. If they work out, they work out. If they don't, they don't. Missed out on a gold here, and I'll show you how. The structure of the play is from this level to this level. Price went down, creating us the straight lines of the Dow chain channel. And you guys can see here 54 and 61 being rejected. So I would expect gold to easily trend up. If we come to the 30-minute chart, we see that we are using a support. If we connect that basic support with the trend line, the top side here, you will see that if this breaks, there is a very good chance of more upside. So I think it could make a decent move. Gold. So let me prepare gold on my other account as well, using my phone so I can manage everything. Yep, entered. And then the take profit would be, I'm not going to enter yet here. I'm just entering on a different account. 17,1950. 17,1950. Any downside here, we are going to be looking to take advantage of it here, especially with this current play, this low to this high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another layer of fibs for myself here. And if price starts coming down, which it probably will, let me just move my camera, which it probably will, then I'm going to wait and see how price performs at either or of these levels. I'll change their color so that you can see that they're different. The yellow one, you take the peak, you take the bottom, and if price starts stagnating in any of these ranges, I'm going to start executing longs. Position sizing 1.3 lots, which is about 10% of this account. Like I said, price action using this support here. Well, resistance turns support, support, support. Here, clear-cut rejection. Now, how can you guys find a fake out? One of the easiest ways to find a fake out, and this is really important, is when you have a support, price action breaks it, but the next candle kills the previous candle. What do I mean by killing it? The body of the next candle is bigger than the previous one. So that means it technically like killed it, which means there is a lot of support at this level. Somebody literally went big right there. So any dip here, especially if it's rejected at the fibs, I'm going to get in. I'm going to look to get in. Now, US Tech is already moving up, supported by these fibs so far. There could be downside. We're taking a risk, and you guys can see here on the 30-minute chart, we had a previous support range. This is exactly what I was talking about. So we shorted it from here to this level, and then we bought it. We made a bit of risk capital that we can use right here, 171 was it? That was made, and now that goes towards the risk of this trade. But if this trade works out, that's a 3.6K gain. If it doesn't, it's a 600 loss. But we're using profit. That's what matters most. This is high frequency trading, so we're down to the 1-minute chart. We're using multiple time frame analysis, and we're going to do every little bit of thing we can in our power to try and take advantage of the news. Still a lot of time, 15 minutes and 25 seconds. So I'll start speaking a bit slower. Gold. That's what I'm interested in. I'm really interested in gold. If not, then maybe silver, which is already breaking out. I don't know how the news, the market has been reacting to the news in a completely different way lately. So until we understand what market we're in, so you see the DXY is coming down, I don't want to start being extremely aggressive or overactive in markets. Momentum is down. We have 3 lower highs here. I really think that selling the dollar could be an excellent opportunity based on technical indications. We are coming off a resistance, support, resistance, and then high, lower high, lowest high. The 3 lower highs is a very important pattern to me. And if you have 3 lower highs connected with the trend line, that indicates strong bearish pressure. What that means is they tried to take control of selling, they couldn't. They tried again, they couldn't, and now they're trying for the third time, and they're failing again. So the buyers are failing to take control over this market. That's why there could be a vicious, aggressive, and quick move in the opposite direction. That's why I'm so interested in taking gold long, but as you guys can see, it's already probably too late. It seems to be breaking out, but because we're on the 1-minute charts, all we need to do is pay attention to this play, starting from here to wherever it stops. When we find the stop level, what me and you are going to do is we're going to find probably one of the best entries we can find to enter in this specific market. So I've just closed my long gold that I've taken, and I'm going to wait with you guys and execute it live right here on my phone, on my MetaTrader and my C-Trader. What we're waiting for is a potential top. Okay, so if this is the top, I'll show you now. If this is the top, which I hope it will be, then there's going to be downside. That downside can come to 61,854. And if you guys just use your beautiful eyes, you'll find that that lines up with this. And then this, go to the left, lines up with all of this. Clearly a demand zone, and I don't expect the market to completely trend in one direction. Again, busy, crazy busy day today. A lot of things are expected from the markets, from different markets, but especially the US market. Now, because I think based on all of this information here, we could be making a more aggressive move. I'll increase my lot size to 2.6, which is about 20%. US Tech is coming up, which is good. We made money on the sell. Now we're slowly, hopefully going to make money on the buy. I don't like what's going on here. This looks like a bearish continuation. In any case, I still expect aggressive market movement. I would expect aggressive market movement for this news. I would expect even more aggressiveness at the open. And then at 6 p.m. your time, you guys better watch out with your positions that you have, because the market could become erratic, abnormal. That's the best word, abnormal. We are down to the last 12 minutes exactly. So all we need to do now is wait. I did find GBP USD now as a potential long. We're making lower highs over here. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to set myself a pending order of 2.6 lots. Yeah, that's about 20%, and I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to set my SL below the previous low, so 11, it's a pending order, and I'm going to go to 210%, which lines up with the previous high over here. So the risk reward is decent. I did give myself more breathing room. Hopefully it tags. If it doesn't tag, then it's okay. And here we got, what did I say? 2.6 was it? The good thing is the market's coming a bit down. Silver is always a good place, asset to gouge gold. We missed a lot of buying opportunities here. We'll continue to monitor. I can see the fibs of GBP USD, so you guys are gonna hear if we do get tagged. It's at 60.54 right now. It's holding 54. Possible higher low there. Maybe open a smaller position, execute it now. 1.3 lots and then 2.6 over here. But keep this SL tighter and put it right below this low over here. 13, and then drag this take profit up here. So if this starts failing, this could tag it in. We put 2 stop losses at different prices because we don't want to increase our risk extremely. We're risking approximately 4%, so 1.1 plus 1.8, so about, yeah, 4% or 3%, which is fine for a decent gain. Because if this works out, that's a 3% profit there, and then a 7% here. So 3 for 7, perfect. This is holding. USD CAD, because there is news, I am a little worried about it because there's news coming out of Canada. But based on what I see here, this high couldn't be broken over here. Now we're making a lower high, which is perfect, but it is gold that we're after. And you see this? We're now back at the fibs, and we're going to prepare to execute the trade. 9 minutes to go. Now you guys can start expecting potential solid movement. 30 minutes, we're getting lower highs, but the what's it called? The lows are not getting really much lower than they are. So this is perfect. What's happening now? 38.2. You guys can see a potential support from this side. This is going to be a risky trade because I'm going to execute it now, right now. So I'm in. This could tag me out very quickly, and I'm going to be prepared to re-enter into this market. And I'm going to go 210, and I'm going to go 270, right under 270. It could tag me out very quickly. There's still time for the news, and there is strong bearish pressure so far. And the TP is at 1723. Let's see. If it tags me out, I'll still monitor it. When you get an SL being hit, when you get an SL being hit, that doesn't mean the trade is over. It just means that, well, you entered too early. But there could be an opportunity there still. So we do not rush to get out. We just focus, bring our attention back. We missed something, and that's all that it means. Still a lot of time, 8 minutes to go. Let's look over all the trades. So gold is a bit negative. GBP USD coming close to tag us, which would be great. US 100 coming slowly into a profit, but it's gold. It's going to be a dangerous one. But this is what I mean about patience, you know. That's why I used the 1 minute chart recently. The 1 minute chart gives me the opportunity to wait. And for all of you that have FOMO, fear of missing out, just say to yourself, 1 more minute, and just keep waiting for that minute until price action lines up perfectly and gives you the right indication to enter. If you guys were to ask me about what would I expect for the day, I would say that based on all the information I have now in the market, I would think that the dollar could get weaker, but it also could get erratic. What I mean by erratic, it could go down and then up, okay? So we don't rush. If we do get stopped out, we don't rush. If you guys remember, I was explaining to you guys yesterday that you have to become unattached towards your emotions in trading. So if you're losing money, you should not start panicking. If you're making money, you should not have any excitement. It's another day at the office, okay? Another day at the office. That's all it is. 6 minutes. Now time's going to start moving slower, because the market's going to start moving. But do you guys have any questions for me until these 6 minutes pass?
Just unmute yourself if you've got a question, guys.
Yeah, that's going to be quicker. As you can see that I've cleaned out my focus to 4 assets. I've executed 4 trades, but if the news comes out and I start getting stopped out, or basically SL being hit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus at a maximum of 2 assets. And I'm going to do that very, very, very quickly. I'm going to skip through the popular markets, looking for the right direction of a trade. I am not going to ride any move. I'm going to wait for my system to line up. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm going to wait for the fibs. And if I have to wait 10 minutes and miss out on a major move, I'm fine, because the market will move more. You can always re-enter a trade, but if you start breaking your rules of trading, of execution, of risk management, of so forth, that's when your discipline starts breaking. It's the same thing for a smoker when you say, you know, you've quit for 10 days, 20 days, and you say, yeah, I'm just going to have one. That one is the reason you're going to have another and another and another. And the same thing goes with breaking trading rules and breaking your discipline. You know, if you just say, I'm just going to add one more time, you're done. It's only a matter of time until you bust your account. So please, composure. You're here to make money. You're not here to have fun. Fun comes when the withdrawal hits. That's when you can do whatever you like. But until then, just chill out and let's focus on making money. What I like about USD CAD is that it's making lower highs. I don't like the fact that from this angle here, we're making higher lows, and you guys can see that low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and there's a potential little head and shoulders here. So the CAD news is coming out at 3 p.m. I think GBP USD just tagged us into another trade. Yep, there's GBP. That's the tag. And now this trade has the potential of getting stopped out sooner, and this one has a bit more breathing room. The market's turning around a little bit, which is in a sense good, because when the market goes in the opposite direction a bit before the news, it usually shoots up. We've lined up for a perfect trade. I am going to move this SL just a little bit lower to avoid these spikes over here. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. Recheck the markets, because 3 minutes and 40 seconds, we could have liftoff. My only fear right now is spikes, because if the news comes out good for the US, the dollar could gain strength. But because the market has been abnormal because of what's happening with the US inflation, it could then recover very quickly. So like I said, if SLs hit on all fronts, I'm not going to start crying. I'm going to sit down and say, it's okay. I'm just going to open one more trade with patience and precision, and that trade is going to recover all of my loss and make me a profit, because the risk is not that big. I'm risking maybe 5%, 6%, which is fine. Single digits, easily recoverable. The problem you have is when you go down 30, 40, 50%. Because when you go down 50%, you need to make a 100% return just to be at break even. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's see what happens with the news, and then we're going to go over a little bit of education, and I'll let you guys enjoy the day. I will be sending out alerts again later on. Let's see the dollar pairs. CAD is coming up. GBP USD stagnant, waiting. There's going to be a vicious move. CAD, like I told you, see, I don't like these higher lows over here. We are supported with double top over here and then lower highs, which is okay. But the only thing I don't like about this trades is the higher lows. We're down to the final 1 minute and 54 seconds. US 100 slowly. You can see how they're just waiting for the news. The market is just waiting for the news. Okay, so because I think gold will be moving drastically, I know indices are going to move. I'm going to focus my attention on gold and indices for now. Actually, I think most of you don't trade indices and gold that much because of the brokers you use. So let's stick to The biggest movers, the biggest movers. 1 minute and 20 seconds. We got time. USD, strongest mover today. CHF weaker. NZD, we're going to go to NZD, USD. Okay. Okay. Let's do this now. So if this starts failing, I'm going to focus on NZD and either gold or NASDAQ. GBP, as you guys can see, tagged us coming back up, which is good, but nothing's done yet. You know, this still a lot of time. These 38 seconds are going to be crucial. 31 now. We're not going to be checking the news. When the news comes out, we don't care about the print. We don't care what has happened with the news because the chart's going to tell us what we should be doing. The charts, that's what we're going to focus on. It's 10 seconds to go. And 3, 2, 1, and we're out. So far, so good. So far, so good. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? But the market's going to be moving. Don't go crazy. Okay, we're up. We're doing good. Lovely jubbly. Lovely, lovely. Come on. Come on. Done on one account. Thank you very much, Mr. Market. This one, 3K up. Do we stay or do we go? The market could get erratic. 2.9 very quickly. The data negative. Guys, we need to watch out. The market could reverse. I'm up very nicely. USD CAD and everything, but my profit is slowly going away. I'm up very big. But guys, I'm going to shut down everything for now. Done. As you guys can see, we made a decent profit. And the reason I've closed is because the data is bad, which in a sense could be good. So we're not going to panic. We're going to sit down and wait for a re-entry into this or any other market. So gold, look at this. Clean, clean, clean. NASDAQ. Oh, lovely. Look at this. I made a nice withdrawal over here. And I went big. 37, 38. Beautiful. Okay, leave that as is. We're not going to touch this. Gold. Now we can relax. Now, the reason I closed early is, one, I've had a hefty profit. My profit ratio was very high. I used position sizing, but we entered at the right time. Specifically, GBP USD was lovely because we got tagged into this trade. I still think that the dollar is going to weaken, but we're going to have so many opportunities throughout the day. Specifically speaking, we're going to have trades on the CAD pairs. We're going to have trades on WTI, and then we're going to have the biggest of them all, and that's what's going to be happening later in the day. We're going to wait for a small pullback on any of the markets, and I'm going to re-enter possibly again. But for now, I am happy with my day. 4.3, which is perfect, but we could have gotten more, but it's fine. It's all good. This is what I'm talking about, Euro USD here. And then we had a beautiful re-entry. Look at this 1 minute setup. But my rules are done. I hope you guys have traded and made some money on this. Moves. They were not massive moves, but they were good enough. What I'm going to do now is scan through the markets one more time and see if there is anything to take. Anything that could be stagnating or giving us an opportunity to re-enter. For example, JPY. The JPY should be getting weak. There you go. It is a safe haven, like gold, but it's giving us an indication of a reversal. So I'm going to give you another opportunity here, and we're going to go 2.5. We're going to wait a little bit. We seem to be rejecting key levels over here. The market is on an up, so I'm going to go in Euro JPY, and I'm going to set my SL right below here. Okay, 11 pips, and I'm just going to take it up to 10, and then I'm going to push for a higher low there, for a higher high. So risk reward, pretty decent. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's about it. I think that's it. NASDAQ, thank you very much. Questions? Any questions? Any ideas? Any concerns? Anything you want to go over? The reason the market's going up is because we don't have inflation concerns anymore, okay? So I expect indices to continue trending up, but I would expect as well that there could be problems at 6 p.m. If that 10-year bond goes berserk, the market will go crazy. But if it doesn't, and it's all staged very nicely by the central banks to avoid a serious financial crisis, then what's going to happen is that the market's going to continue a massive rally. So I'm up 42 over here. Just give me a sec to manage this. I would expect this to continue trending up even more. So if I take the top, take this bottom, or this one here, no, this one, and then I would say right up. Come on, mouse, right. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, there you go, there. Cool. So yeah, I couldn't post trades because of the news. The news was too quick. That's why I was executing them live as the market was moving. But like I said, we're going to have more opportunities. Clearly should have held on to the market, but it's okay. I'm not missing out. Did anybody take any of the trades? Is anybody still in any of the trades?
I think the issue most
still in
people
the
got-
trades.
Sorry, somebody took something or no?
Still in the Euro GPY.
Okay, that's coming up nicely slowly. Now look at this.
I did USD CAD.
Okay, good.
And I made money.
I did that as well.
Yeah, I made money. I got out, and I could have made 3 times more.
I know, but that's the point of trading the news. We just don't know.
I know.
The market could go crazy. We made a profit. We got so much more opportunities coming up because this was just one event. Look at this. This was just one event, and the news didn't come out too different. The expectation was 1.4, came out 1.3. The expectation was for the core, 0.2, came out 0.1. And the overall CPM came out at 0.4. I would expect there to be a reversal in this market. The reason I took this up is because I don't believe that the market can make a low over here. We already rejected this level, had a good entry price. That's why I took it. But on the other side, for example, my GBP USD on the other account, I'm closing it now. I just closed it. The news was not drastic. The move was enough. I opened bigger position sizes. But again, the market could reverse. And many times during news events, the market does go in our favor and then comes right back down. And I think you guys experienced that already. We had a profit and it's not the end of the day, it's just the start of the day. So yeah, that's why. One of the reasons I closed this now is because specifically looking at the news, I don't expect this to be a major mover yet. And I think that the market's going to bring its focus back. And all of this will come right back down. Oh shit, which means this could come back down. Sorry for swearing. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take this. Yeah, so I'll wait for a re-entry. So yeah, I think that the market's gonna come right back down. It was a decent move. We had an opportunity to make even more money. We made some money, which we're now going to risk, not all of it. You can risk as much as you like, but we're going to move our focus to the BOC interest rates and the rate statement. This rate statement could move the market. After that, crude oil inventories and the big mover, again, I'm telling you, 6 p.m. That is what the market's waiting for. And as you guys can see here, DXY came right to a support. So I expect some relief and maybe opportunities for us to take this market up again, maybe. Like gold coming down. You see, all we need to do now is do this, okay? And now we need to decide if it's worth re-entering. Could the market continue moving up? I think so. So I'm going to go up, and this is my YOLO account, but I'm going to wait a minute. The reason I'm waiting a little bit is because RSI has not reached the bottom. It's actually, in fact, right at 50. So I'll wait a little bit, and then I'll decide if I'm going to re-enter at 30 maybe. And for those of you that have FOMO, one of the best things to do right now is to come here, get your pending order, set it as I did on GBP USD, and we made a double profit, and then set your SL avoiding, for example, these spikes over here. RSI is coming down nicely now, 48 so far, and we can either target a complete breakout of this market, but as I told you, I expected price to retrace back. The only thing that I made a mistake was that I came out too early, that we all came out too early. But it's better being safe than sorry, right? Because if we waited too long, maybe the market would have exactly what it's doing now. It could have done to us. So that's one of the reasons I decided to hold on to this and just relax and take the profit, and then retake it later on. Euro JPY, 4.2 pips, not the best. Yeah, we can always have re-entries. So this is getting pretty close to an entry. What we can do as well is set the pending order now at, for example, 61, just under 61. Set this SL here. And if we get tagged, we won't miss the move. We're still entering by the rules of the system, which is at the fibs. No matter what happens now, I will get tagged into a trade. Whether I'm going to hit 2 stop losses or 2 take profits or 1 SL, is up to the market now. But my system indicates that there should be movement, or maybe at least a continuation. So that's why I am going to. That's why I said that. 1 sec. What I hate about MT4 is that you don't know how much margin you need to open a trade. So yeah, cool. I'm in. Now, this bad boy here has moved drastically up at a resistance, which I think could break. So what I'm going to do, same thing. But this time, of course, stronger and harder. We're going to enter at 61.8, set our SL right below these lows over here, and then target the upside here. Cool. Questions, ideas, anything to go over? We're going to get tagged in gold, like I said, no matter what. The reason I'm doing this is because I think there is a good chance of, there it is, gold tagged that is us in, but is moving aggressively down. Our SL is down here, so if we get stopped out of this, we could retrace back into this. So I'm going to move my order a bit higher now at 54. Give me a sec. I'm going to monitor how this behaves. Yeah, there it is. That's what I wanted to see. Entered it on my smaller account too. But if the market cannot sustain this move towards the upside, vital for you all to know, if it cannot sustain this move and it does not go up from here, gold is going to make a new low. It's going to come right down there. If the market cannot go up on the good news it receives from the market, then it's bound to crash. So if this doesn't hold, SL is coming. Sorry, 1730. So let me just set my TP, 1730, cool. NASDAQ. Didn't I set a pending order here? The margin took me away, okay. So NASDAQ long. I've set a smaller leverage on this account for the specific reason of not overexposing the account, because this is my YOLO account. This is the account that's gonna buy me everything I need. So yeah, as you guys can see, gold good so far, but we're gonna take this up. Actually, I'm gonna remove it completely. There's no need for double trading here. Cool. That's what I've got. This is what I'm trading. I still have EuroCAD on this account. Is it open? It's still stagnant over there with 3 pips. But it's moving up, making higher highs and higher lows. Aside from that, we re-entered into the market. We're making another decent profit on a different account though, but it's okay. Because that account hit my 10%. I'm literally done there. I don't want to trade anymore there. Cool. Anything for us to go over, or do you guys want to go over? Do we have time, Roger, for some education?
Yes, we've got time.
Wonderful, wonderful. Let's go over a little bit of education. Specifically, I'm going to talk to you about the entries we're taking throughout this week. Did anybody take the morning trades I've released in the group?
Yes.
There have been a couple of take profits there too.
Yeah.
I think gold. Yeah, I
Did
don't
very
know.
well.
Yeah, DAX, yeah. Okay, cool. So people took the trades. Now let's go over those trades. So here's gold, and this is what I want to show you while we're at gold. So I'm looking at the 1-minute chart. The same principles. In 45 minutes, the US market's open. We're going to close these trades before that market opens, okay? So I'm going to get out of all my trades and then re-enter at the New York Open. Just a second. My apologies. Okay. Yeah. So the way I find these trades, first of all, we use multiple time frame analysis. Very simple. Okay. If we take an example of gold, we've taken a few trades on gold, and I'll show you specifically this one I did release to you guys. You have a top, which is up here, not the top side, this one here. Look, that lines up perfectly with this support here. Now, if we look at price action at this specific time, here, 11:37 a.m., 11:30, so that's this candle over here. Look at this. Price was at its bottom for the day. I'll zoom out. Look, that's its bottom. There was a double bottom here. Price made a low. I didn't act on this low, but I did witness I did see a contraction. A contraction is something I look for a lot. That's this bottom. You have a bottom, price moved, came here, moved, came here, moved, came here, moved. The only time you're going to spot a contraction is at the end. So you're not going to know it's there until it's finished. It starts wide. That's the only rule. Starts wide and then starts narrowing in. And that one sec. I think I'm going to close. Yeah, I'm going to close all for now, guys. That's it. Closing all. We'll re-enter in the market later. Price jumped out of this, and it literally took maybe 20 minutes before it reached this level, and then went down, did this, went down. Because of this, I had a structure of the market. I had the top, and I had the bottom. All I had to do was connect the idea that we are at a support. Look at this. See this? Price closed here, rejected this level, moved up. Support. And we came off it, indicating decent buying pressure. All I had to do was take the fibs, take this peak over here, the highest price level. It's easy when you have the Dow chain channel because all you need to do is put it at that level there. So I'm taking the current high with the recent low. Current high, recent low. Not previous high, current high. Many times people make a mistake with this. My entry levels are 61.854, 38.230. Usually, if price taps 61.8, I will get in, as you guys seen me. Yeah, contractions, James, they're wedges and stuff like that, but I just call them contractions. A contraction pointing down indicates a reversal up. A contraction pointing up indicates a reversal towards the downside. I will talk to you guys about these things a little bit more and explain the patterns you need to know in an educational session we'll host sometime this week. Roger will remember. I keep forgetting what times we're live. So in the next one we go live, that's when I'll teach you guys the patterns you need to know. Now, 61.8. As soon as I get this, I get my profit targets as well. 1236, 1382, 1618, 21, 210. This all depends. To me, the profit targets depend on a few factors. Am I trading the news? Is the setup or the play from this level to this level, from the bottom to the top, wide? If it's very wide, that means it might take quite some time for me to hit these take profits. So that's why I would possibly target only the first or the second one, or maybe the third one. But that's how these trades were found. There's another one I'll show you right now from yesterday, this one. I released this to you guys. You can check the time here. We had a top, we had a bottom. Price came here, and because it's tight, I usually will target the higher take profits. Whoever took gold yesterday and hit TP, this is the exact trade we took. To show you this better, I need to come to, okay, look at this now. You see the DXY? It's forming a potential lower, higher low, which means that the dollar could reverse, which means I'm going to possibly sell gold on my other account, my little account, because I think it could reverse now. Scalping trades. Now let's go to gold and I'll show you what I'm talking about with that other trade. I don't think I need to explain the current one, the one we just took, but I'll just set the fibs. We had the top, we had the bottom, price came to the fibs, chilled out there, the move happened. In reality, all of the take profits got hit. 1, 2, 3, but we came out on TP2, I think, which is still fine. But all of them did get hit. Sucks, what to do, but it's okay. It's not our first or last trade. Here was a sell opportunity. You had the head and shoulders, you had the support, and again, the recent low to the current high, and you have yourself the fibs, specifically the 30%. Give me a sec. I want to enter something here. Yeah, so I'll show you that specific trade I'm talking about. It's here. This was done yesterday. So if you guys look at my crosshair, it's actually moving on both charts. You see it's moving on both charts. So we had, again, very similar to towards today, we had a contraction of price. You had a decent reversal, and price, look at the crosshair, it's moving on both charts. It actually came to a previous support, and this is where we're at. Price made its push up, and all I had to do was do this, wait for the top, and buy these fibs. Since it's so tight, even entering up here, all you need to do is set your SL close or below the previous low. You don't even have to use the ATR here. And then you target these fibs. Whoever bought this, that was our target. It got hit in like an hour. But again, multiple time frame analysis. We're connecting one idea to another. Because we're stuck on the 1 minute chart, that actually helps us get the best entry and have the tightest stop loss. It's a very simple and beautiful process. And we can continue finding trades over and over and over and over again. Sometimes I like to sit down for like 4 hours, trade these minute charts all day long, and make a hefty profit very quickly. So what I would like to show you now is clean all of this and show you why we could possibly see a reversal in gold. Bottom to top, there are the fibs. I've already taken a small position on my other account, but I'll do it here as well just to show you how serious I am about indications of my system. We have resistance, resistance, resistance. Price is literally right there right now at that level of resistance. The minute chart's telling us that price action could make a U-turn from this level here. So all I need to do is come here and enter myself a trade. Now, because I like to be a bit more aggressive on this account, I'm going to go with 30. As soon as we come to the fibs. Now, and I'm going to set an SL here, risking 7, and I'll go down here as a potential take profit. Okay, it might not work out. And the thing is, I'm cool with that. Now look at this account here, 637. I started this account with peanuts today. The profit is 474. Balance, 633. Started with like 100 and something. And I am up heavily on it. percentage gain wise, it's incredible. Okay, risking about 100, and then I'm going to set my TPs down here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Trading what I see. And as you guys can see, we're already in profit because we waited for the fibs to tap. And I'm expecting price to completely turn around. Now, can we make a new low? Because the market's attention is now moving from the CPI. And where is it moving to? To the 10-year. And that has had a very big problem has been caused to the financial markets. The industry as an overall, even gold, has been tumbling because of this. And we're finally at D-Day. It is the day we find out what's actually going to happen. So guess what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to release this alert. Sell. Taking a sell, I'll share it with you guys too. I'm risking 6% for 34. So these are the parameters for the trade, TPSL. And yeah, trading this way, you get to make profits left, right, and center. Sometimes it just won't work out. Are you okay with that? Sure, perfect. Then you're going to do well as a trader. It's all about risk reward. If you can balance the two, you're going to be fine. But because we're entering at the minute charts, what's actually happening is our risk is really capped. Yes, it looks like 7 grand there, but in reality, it's 6.4%. I can recover 6.4% like this. It's just one good trade. And that's it. So to summarize, again, the only reason we made a profit today is because we were patient, we trusted the system, we had confidence in the system, we acted by following the system, and a profit was achieved. And the only reason a profit was achieved is because of that. It could have gone totally opposite from what it went. And you need to be okay with that. You need to say to yourself, that's fine. Because nothing is 100%. I work my ass off to try and make it 100%. But even because I overwork and because I overwork, and there's no guarantee I'm going to make a profit, right? But if I repeat my process long enough, I am going to make a profit. And that's all that matters. Okay, you guys got to have some questions. Come on.
Dennis, I've got a question.
Yes.
I know there's not everybody watching this live presentation or training or trade ideas or whatever. So really, if you're watching the recording, I'm going to ask Denis a couple of questions. Mm-hmm. Denis, do you mind if I ask you, how much do you make personally trading a week?
This week, I've made over 100K, 180 something so far, and it's Wednesday. And the reason that...
Stop. Back up.
You just saw me make 40 something grand on this account, so I just
literally my eyes aren't that good. My eyes are not that good. So you're making 100,000
some weeks, yes,
in a week. Okay. So here's my point, because this is being is it being recorded? Yeah, it's being recorded. So if you're watching the recording, guys, and we will put it in the notes that you need to watch up to this part. Some people don't believe in your trades and they use other trades within the IM Academy system. Yeah. I use your trades religiously, and your trades make me money.
Yes, they make me money too.
Yeah. So guys, if you want to win, follow Yoda. To me, it's common sense. The only trouble is common sense isn't common.
Yes, sometimes, look, it's very easy to get disheartened when SL hits. The point being is, even if we have a 50% win ratio, all you need to do is have a 2-to-1 risk reward, and you're going to be profitable no matter what, because that's going to give you a roughly about 25% return, a 2-to-1. So if you're risking $500 to make 1,000, at the end of 10 trades, you're going to have a surplus of profit. You understand? And some trades lose, and that's normal, like it just doesn't, I don't know how better to explain it. Some trades just fail. And as you saw before this, my composure was there. I warned and I said, it might fail, but if it fails, we need to keep our cool and try and make a recovery trade. And if that recovery trade doesn't work out, so be it. But the point being is, we're entering at the right time, we're following the system, and money is being made. Specifically, like you guys can see this account here, I made a 10K transaction into this account this month here on the 8th, which was 2 days ago. You guys can see it here, deposit, 10K, live account, live, real, regulated, 8 at 9 a.m. And since then, I have, in 2 days on this account, I've made these many trades. It's a lot of winners, a lot of losers. Point being, I made 5.6K in 2 days, so 50 something percent. And if I click analyze, you're gonna see the account in action. It went up, it went down, and now it's drastically up. And it's normal. And my win ratio, losing 49.5, winning 50.9, yet 50% return because of the risk reward, because I'm also taking action on what I see, you know? So yeah. Yes, Peter.
Hi, Dennis. Thank you very much for your time. And
thank you for your question and your time too.
Learning so much. My question is, when you're getting down to like the 1 minute chart like this and essentially, you know, scalping and, you know, making profits like that, have you ever done binary options? And I'm sure you have. And if so, what are your views on them? Is there a reason?
I actually worked in binary options. When I started my financial markets career, I worked in binary option. So
sorry, you activated Siri on my other phone.
I actually worked in binary options. So I'm okay with it. You can make good money. The reason I trade FX is because I don't have a cap limit. You know, I'm not limited on how much I can earn. So usually, I don't know how binary options are these days. It was a long time ago. I worked in binary options in 2000.
Well, you see some of the you know, the educators in the HFX Academy live trading, and I mean the biggest trade I've seen is $1.5 million.
Yeah.
One trade.
Yeah.
You know, I just wonder, you know, are those brokers actually tapping into the market, or are they just using the market as a ticker for their actual internal?
Oh, that goes deep. So actually how the market works, it could get complicated. But no, you're basically trading with the broker. So the broker is obliged. Are you asking like whether you're going to get paid out and stuff like that, or what?
Well, unhappily, it's not my 1.5 million that I'm worried about. But yeah, the question is, you know, is the broker, you know, is the overall market bearing that win or loss, or is it the individual broker who then might run?
That's up to them. That's up to them. I would say it's always up to the broker. They need to choose, you know. They need to make an executive decision whether they're going to be an A book broker or a B book broker. But there are specific crypto exchanges and banks that are willing to take on those kind of trades. But in overalls, yes, when you have massive positions and big deposits, you're not usually trading against the broker unless you really don't know what you're doing and they see you don't know what you're doing. Then they'll just take your money willingly because you're giving it to them, you know.
Yeah.
But I stick to FX. I actually trade intermediary directly with many liquidity providers. So I just stick to FX, you know. You can trade everything. I also like even real options, not just binary options. Real options are cool. There's always a bargain there. Like what happened with GME recently. It's been in the market, in the news. A lot of people made a lot of money because they traded the option puts. But I stick to price action trading. So I do trade, for example, here, you know, there is indices, there is US shares, many of them. And I tap into all markets, but I strictly stick to futures and CFDs. That's what I stick to. That's what I like.
Brilliant. Well, it's clearly working for you, and thank you for sharing with us.
Really, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure to work with you guys. It's always a good group. And we're gonna have more today. More alerts are gonna come out. If this doesn't work out, it's fine. You know. So.
There's a question there from Ryan Dennis in the chat.
Okay, Ryan, dead honest with you here, probably took me about 3 years. I'm not sure exactly how long, but it took me a long time to become consistent. I've tried out everything. I've looked for the magic indicators. That was a big one. I've Googled and checked and found something and hoped and told everyone how I found this amazing indicator and it's going to make me money. Never made me money. Until I actually started investing a lot of time into actually, you know, learning for myself and thinking what's right and what sticks and what works. It took me a while. Started trading in 2011, 12, but full time I went like full time, living on from this at about 2015. Before that, I worked for many brokers and consistently started growing accounts 2015. Even though I burned some accounts after that, mainly from not managing my emotions, rushing too quickly to make profits. But ever since then, I actually started looking at each trade as a totally different trade. Nothing is the same in the markets. Some trades win, some trades don't. And the way I became consistent is by of course, having a complete system, but also going over the trades and thinking, what didn't I see then that I could see now? And how could I use this that I see in what I made a mistake on? How can I use it in the future not to make that mistake? So if these trades would have failed right now, I would have literally sat down after we would be done, and I would look at the chart and zero in and check every aspect of it and think, where did I make a mistake? And that doesn't guarantee I'll remove that mistake for forever from trading, because every trade's different. But at some point in the future, it just might work. And I'm willing to bet on that working, you know? So yeah, you guys saw, for example, you know, like I act on what I see, you know. We saw here, the fibs, where is it? Here, we took a short from here down to the other fibs, right? So then I redrew this. Like this, and I said these fibs. So when price came here, you remember, we took profit, and I said, okay, time to go long. And we went long. And unfortunately, it's making new highs, and I could have been probably up 100K so far, but what to do? Yeah, act. Learn this. I think I'm going to end everything with this. I've told you guys this yesterday, and I'll tell you again. The 3-step process you guys need to take is number 1, content. You need to suck in content. Content is the knowledge you seek. Many people, and I've worked with a lot of traders, I promise you, thousands of people who work for the financial markets as well, for brokers and stuff. And the one thing I realized with the guys who quit and the girls who quit are the ones who rush too quickly to make a profit. The profits are going to come. I promise you, they will come. But first, you need to gain the knowledge. And the knowledge is gained by content. Sometimes I sit on YouTube and watch some of the most ridiculous videos I've ever seen. People promising to give you a 99% win ratio and stuff. And I touch up on the content because the markets evolve and so forth. So I touch up on the content, I gather information, and you guys need to do the same thing. So Ryan, if you ask me, when did I become consistent? I'll tell you why I became consistent. I became consistent because I really sucked in the knowledge. I said to myself, this is something I want to do. And I didn't start making a lot of money in the get-go. In fact, I was losing money. I remember being so broke at some points, I couldn't even afford to buy a coffee. Like, I'm not even kidding with you. This is not a story. It's a real life event. I'm serious in every point. The first time I made a lot of money was 2 days before my son was born. All I remember was I was broke. I didn't even have money to pay for my child's birth, in a sense. But I risked it on me, and I believed in what I was doing. And I wasn't blinded in any way, but I focused on what I thought was right. And 2 days before my son was born, I made a 10K profit. And I think that was the most beautiful day of my life because, you know, I did something good there. But again, content, gather up the content, suck it in, learn everything you can, and then start practicing. Trading is the same like football, basketball, hockey, medicine, book writing. It comes through repetition of action. You need to continuously do something. And you don't need to be trading, actually. You need to be charting. You need to sit down here and say, okay, gold went from here to there. Why? So you sit down and you start looking. Okay, so clearly, like here, there has been a bit of a support, right? Price action closed there. The close, I'll show you like this. You always take the close and the low, okay? So here. So there's the close, and there's the low and the close. And then you go here, okay, rejected this, went down, which means If it breaks it, maybe it might use it. And yes, it did. And then you add the fibs and you just start playing around with it and just start watching price action. Like think in a sense, go into the market and imagine yourself being in this trade and then saying, what would I do? Because many people get blinded by the profit and they just chase the profit. One more reason, Ryan, when I became profitable, why I became profitable, was I started looking at the relationship of making money in the markets and trading as a cause and effect relationship. I need to produce enough causes to get the effects I want. And those causes come from everything I do. The reason this was not random, the result of what we just did here, predicting this move, was not random. We just made money buying this, we made money buying it again, and now we're making money selling it. There's nothing random about this. You need to be extremely lucky to get this constant. By the way, maybe it's going to go up, to be honest with you, because of the higher lows. Look, low, higher low, higher low. So I'm just going to lock it in for now, just a small one, just in case. So yeah, there's no luck here. It's a system that is followed day in, day out, again and again and again and again. And what we do use is a positive edge. Let me combine it to gambling. In gambling, or let's say in Las Vegas, you've got the casino and you've got the gambler. The casino makes money as an overall and does not care about what happens with the individual bets because they have a positive edge. No matter what happens over a period of time, the casino will make money because of its positive edge. My system has a positive edge. I don't care that somebody's going to bet it all on red and take out 5K out of my casino because I know eventually somebody is going to lose 10 grand betting on the same idea. So you see, it's good. The reason I locked this in is because of these higher lows. And I think the market could maybe make a move towards the upside because of this, because of what we see here. I would even reverse this into a long, but it's okay. It all comes down, you see, locked in and we're okay. Emotionally not connected to wins or losses. We made a profit today. We're good. We're happy. Everything's cool. Rachel, what minimum account size would you use for gold? I think over $1,000, at least maybe over $1,000. Yeah. But again, it comes down to your skill set. You know, I took this account here from nothing to 640 today. Look, so look at this. I'll go on to today and you'll see, because I trade this account many times. I open trades on it here. So look today. So the balance is 644 and the profit is 480. And the reason that profit, and look at the trades. There's a lot of trades here, but asset classes, if you check it like this, it's AUD, USD, it's GBP, AUD, US 30, US 100, and the trades we took now. So it comes down to the skill. I would say the most important thing you all need to focus on is gathering the content, then using the content. When you gather the content, you get the knowledge, use the content, use the knowledge in application. And by using it in application, you're going to gain know-how. And when you get know-how, all you need to do is repeat the process and you have yourself a profit. So yeah, simple. Oh my God, I can't believe this. It hit my take profit. That sucks. Anyway. Emotionally not connected, but I wish I was connected because that would have been over 100 grand right there. But it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Next time. Okay, I think we're done. We were going on for about an hour.
Yeah.
I hope this session has enlightened you and helped you and hopefully made you a profit as well. And I'm going to take a bit of a break and then the US session is starting, which means I'm going to start sending you alerts again.
Okay, so yes, enlightened and enriched. So thank you for that, Denis.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Denis.
Very welcome, everyone.
Cheers, Dennis.
Bye.